second 7 year, third 7 year, fourth 7 year. This third 7 year and fourth 7 year means age 14 to 21 and 21 to 28. This too is the most important period of your life. If you are between 14 to 28 and you withstood this pralaya and stayed back with me, I guarantee you are enlightened. I will manifest conscious sovereignty in all its dimension in you. Because that is the time internally and externally so much turbulence happens. If you are between 14 and 28 and stayed in Kailasa, means, you see, if you have come already into the Kailasa and stayed with me, you won the game. If you have not come at all, but connected as a devotee and stayed as a devotee, continuing as a devotee, and then also again you won the game. Both team never came, but wanting to come, never broke the integrity. You won the Kailasa, you won the game. Came, withstood all this turbulence and pralaya and stayed. You won the game. This is the most crucial time, this 14 to 28, to build the conscious sovereignty. The hormones, chemicals, everything. The way it churns inside, outside. The way you feel about you, because of that, the way you feel about Guru and others. Conscious sovereignty is the truth. You should digest, internalize, hold, build buddhi, bhakti, shakti, yukti out of this powerful truth, conscious sovereignty. It's the ultimate freedom and ultimate enlightenment. Sit now, your head, neck, spine straight. No need to close your eyes. Keep your eyes open intensely, seeing me through all your three eyes. I'll give you Shakti Pada and Shaktini Pada to experience conscious sovereignty. Conscious sovereignty.
கருணார்ணவமாய் கருதக்கதினல்கும் அருணாச்சல சிவமீதா அதுவே தலம் அருணாச்சலம் தலம் யாவிலும் அதிகம் அது பூமியின் இதயம் அறி அதுவே சிவன் இதய பதியாமொரு மருமத்தலம் பதியாமவன் அதிலே பதிவானொளி மலையாய் நிதம் அருணாச்சலம் எனவே அருணாச்சல பேரற்புதலிங்கத்துருக்குள் ஆதினாள் மார்கழியில் ஆதிரை அஜோதி எழும் ஈசனை மால் முன்னமரர் ஏற்றி வழிபட்ட நாள் மாசி சிவராத்திரி அம்மற்று உருவாயுமொழி மங்குகிரியாக தங்களருளால் உலகம் தாங்குவதற்கன்றி இங்குறைவன் சித்தனென என்றும் எனதுள்ளே பொங்கி ஒளிரும் புகைப்பல் போகமொடு என்றுள்ளே எல்லா உலகும் தகையவியலால் புல்லாவினைகள் குணமாம் புகலீது இல்லாததுவாம் எது கண்ணுறலால் எல்லாரருணாச்சலமாம் இதுவே எல்லாரருணாச்சலமாம் இதுவே தெரியல்லை உற்று கண்ணுற்றால் கருத்தினால் தூர கருதினாலுமே வருத்தமுறாது வராத வேதாந்த அறுத்த விஞ்ஞானம் ஆர்க்கும் உண்டாமே அறுத்த விஞ்ஞானம் ஆர்க்கும் உண்டாமே யோசனை மூன்றாம் இத்தலவாசற்கு ஆசருதி கையாதியின்றியுமின் பாசமில் சாயுச்சியம் பயக்கும் ஈசனம் என்றன் ஆணையினானே ஈசனாம் என்றன் ஆணையினானே
என்றுமே அறவோர் அன்பர்க்கு இருப்பிடம் இத்தலம் தான் ஒன்றுவார் பிறப்பின்னாமுன் உண்மையில் பன்னோய் துண்ணி ஒன்றுராது மொழியும் தீயோர் முரண் ஒரு கணத்தின் தங்கி குன்று அருளை ஈசன் கோபமெந்தனல் விடாதே குன்று அருளை ஈசன் கோபமெந்தனல் விடாதே குன்று அருளை ஈசன் கோபமெந்தனல் விடாதே
எல்லையின் கூத்தனே நடராஜா நீ எல்லையில்லாதவன் நடராஜா அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா எல்லையின் கூத்தனே நடராஜா நீ எல்லையில்லாதவன் நடராஜா அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா இசையின் இசையிலே இசைந்து அசைவது மட்டுமா நடனம் இசைக்கா இசையிலும் இசையினை இசைக்கிற அசை உள்ள ஆட்டமும் நடனம் தாங்கும் தாளத்தில் தக்கதி மிஜதியினில் ஆடுதல் மட்டுமா நடனம் அடிக்கிற பறையினில் இடிக்கிற இசையினில் துடிக்கிற துள்ளலும் நடனம் எல்லையின் கூட்டன நடராஜா நீ எல்லையில்லாதவன் நடராஜா சபையினில் காட்டுதல் மட்டுமா நடனம் நாட்டினை விட்டவர் காட்டினை தேடையில் காட்டிடும் ஆட்டமும் நடனம் மார்கழி மாதத்தில் கானக சபையினில் ஆடுதல் மட்டுமா நடனம் ஆடியில் ஆடிடும் ஆலயம் கூடிடும் ஆனந்த ஆட்டமும் நடனம் சிகு சிகு உடையினில் விறு விறு நடையினில் அடிக்கிற கூத்தா நடனம் கிங்கினி ஓசையில் பொங்கிடும் ஆசையில் வந்திடும் ஆட்டமே நடனம் எல்லையின் கூத்தனை நடராஜா நீ எல்லையில்லாதவன் நடராஜா அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா எல்லையின் கூத்தனை நடராஜா நீ எல்லையில்லாதவன் நடராஜா அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா எல்லையின் கூத்தனே நடராஜா நீ எல்லையில்லாதவன் நடராஜா அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா எல்லையின் கூத்தனே நடராஜா நீ எல்லையில்லாதவன் நடராஜா அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா நடராஜா. இசையின் இசையிலே இசைந்து அசைவது மட்டுமா நடனம்? இசைக்கா இசையிலும் இசையினை இசைக்கிற அசை உள்ள ஆட்டமும் நடனம். தாங்கும் தாளத்தில் தகதி மிகதியினில் ஆடுதல் மட்டுமா நடனம்? அடிக்கிற பறையினில் இனிக்கிற இசையினில் துடிக்கிற துள்ளலும் நடனம். எல்லையின் கூட்டன நடராஜா, நீ எல்லை இல்லாதவன் நடராஜா. சபையினில் காட்டுதல் மட்டுமா நடனம்? நாட்டினை விட்டவர் காட்டினை தேடையில் காட்டிடும் ஆட்டமும் நடனம். மார்கழி மாதத்தில் கானக சபையினில் ஆடுதல் மட்டுமா நடனம்? ஆடியில் ஆடிடும் ஆலயம் கூடிடும் ஆனந்த ஆட்டமும் நடனம். சிகு சிகு உடையினில் விறு விறு நடையினில் அடிக்கிற கூத்தா நடனம். கிங்கினி ஓசையில் பொங்கிடும் ஆசையில் வந்திடும் ஆட்டமே நடனம். எல்லையின் கூத்தனை நடராஜா, நீ எல்லை இல்லாதவன் நடராஜா. அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா, நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா. எல்லையின் கூத்தனை நடராஜா, நீ எல்லை இல்லாதவன் நடராஜா. அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா, நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா.
सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धना मृत्योर्मोक्षे मावृता. ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धना मृत्योर्मोक्षे मावृता. शिव शम्भु हे महेश्वर দেবাদিদেব ত্রিলোকেশ্বর, তুমি আদি হে অনন্ত জটাধারী নীলকণ্ঠ। তুমি প্রলয় তুমি সৃষ্টি ত্রিনয়নে কৃপা দৃষ্টি। তুমি ত্রাতা তুমি দাতা তুমি মুক্তি হে বিধাতা। ওম নমঃ শিবায়। গঙ্গে নিয়ে ভস্য সারা অঙ্গে, কর পালন নেত্রীভুবন তব অপার লীলা রঙ্গে। ধরো ত্রিশূল নে হস্তে আনো শান্তি শুভ চিত্তে। তুমি ত্রাতা তুমি দাতা তুমি মুক্তি হে বিধাতা। ওম নমঃ শিবায়। ওম নমঃ শিবায়। ওম নমঃ শিবায়। ওম নমঃ শিবায়। ওম सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धना मृत्योर्मोक्षे मावृता ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धना मृत्योर्मोक्षे मावृता ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय
आमच्या पेरदीची शपथ हाय तुला मायभूमीची मरणाशी सर्वात लावून नशान तुफान बेवान नाच करू वस्तू जीव शिवबाच्या पायावरी आमचा मल्हारी आमचा मल्हारी आमचा मल्हारी 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 शिवबा आमचा मल्हारी 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 शिवबा आमचा मल्हारी शिवबा आमचा मल्हारी शिवबा आमचा मल्हारी गनिम असू दे काळ नाग सहरी नाचू थैथया त्याच्या डोसक्यावरी पोलादी मुठीन दुश्मनात पोलादी टाचन तुडवून शान सौराज्य सद्गुराव राज्या परी शिवाचं आमचा मल्हारी शिवाचं आमचा मल्हारी शिवाचं आमचा मल्हारी 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 शिवबा आमचा मल्हारी 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 शिवबा आमचा मल्हारी
கலியுகத்த காக்க வந்த நித்யானந்த சாமி அவரு அவதரிச்ச இந்த நாள உலகமெல்லாம் கூடி மேளதாளம் முழங்க கச்சேரி வச்சு ஆனந்தமா போற்றி பாடி கொண்டாடுங்கடி.
I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, collective integrity. The state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness and Kailasa of Paramashiva. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. The state, space, powers, being and superconsciousness of Paramashiva, Kailasa of Paramashiva. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om. I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, collective integrity. The state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness. And Kailasa of Paramashiva. I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, collective integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, Paramadvaitam, Shuddhadvaita Saivam, the state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Kailasa of Paramashiva. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. The eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
श्रीकैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्तश्यामलापीठारूढ श्रीमीनाक्षिसुन्दरेश्वरा भिन्नस्वरूप परशिवपुत्ररत्न कुमार गुरुमण्यतुल्यावतार श्रीपार्वतीस्तन्यपानलब्धदिव्यज्ञान विश्रुतसकलनिगमागमसारभूत द्राविडवेद प्रवक्त्रे श्रीमत्परमशिवकरुणासमधिगत मुक्तामय चतुरश्रयान गीयमान छत्रचामर श्रीचिह्नकाहलादि समस्त बिरदावल्यलङ्कृत ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती सर्वजन संघ सद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा व्ययापवर्गवर्ष विश्राण जीमूत परमत कलभ केसरी शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्रीराजाधिराज पांड्य महाराज गुरु क्षपण शाक्यादि महांधकार निवारण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षणानर्हार्हध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमद्वृषभध्वजस्थापक शैव समय कर्त्रे सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्रीजगद्गुरु श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धदेशिकस्वामि वागीशसुन्दरमाणिक्यवाचकस्वामिनाम् अवतारभूत श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धस्वामि पुनरुद्धृत श्यामलापीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रिनवत्युत्तरद्विशततम गुरुमहासन्निधान अरुणगिरियोगीश्वर परम्परागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञपीठ गुरुमहासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत काञ्ची कैलास सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तरद्विशततम गुरुमहासन्निधान नित्यो
guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukhanam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadasham Tattamasyadilakshayam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is power manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself explaining what is power manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you, due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you, out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift. Playing with life. Playing with being alive.
Beautifully, Bhagavan has given us the definition for what is power manifestation. Becoming alive, the cognitive shift from the space we are as a body and mind to conscious sovereignty. The superconscious space that we can experience is power manifestation. It is a science. That is why Bhagavan has given as such beautiful pramanas, the evidences that it is a science. It is repeatable and achievable for each one of us. As long as we are a being, we can experience this consciousness. Science of our manifestation is authentic, time-tested, scientific and foolproof. The pramanas, the evidences from Shastras, the scriptures, Shastra Pramana, the eternal unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Vedas and the Agamas, Apta Pramana, experience and the results of the Aptas. Who are the Aptas? The Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayamas, Alvars, Siddhas. All of them are authority of Hinduism. Millions of people have manifested the superconscious space and experienced the oneness with Paramashiva, which is authentic, time-tested, scientific and foolproof. The Atma Pramana, account of His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar's personal experience of each power manifestation, Bhagavan's very own Leelas. Bhagavan has beautifully manifested all the powers, showing us how a human can have a superconscious breakthrough, how to experience the conscious sovereignty in each action, words and thoughts, and beautifully aligning to the Shastra Pramana and Apta Pramana. Shakshi Pramana, experience of the millions of disciple, devotees, followers all around the world, initiated by Bhagavan into the science of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully said, every movement of the breath of me is an initiation. Every movement of me is a hug for you. How extraordinary that He is happening for us in every Kailash courtyard, for us to raise to our superconscious space and manifest the reality in physical form. Bhagavan beautifully says, if you have manifested anything, you should see it in this reality. Even in a dream, you see something. If you come back and that whole thing is there, then you have really manifested the superconscious space. For each one of us to understand that we are superconscious, we are in the conscious sovereignty with Paramashiva, that experience as our reality is science of our manifestation. Pratyaksha Pramana, the scientific study, measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state, the thoughtlessness, when we are in deep oneness, completely lost ourselves in the oneness space of Paramashiva, becoming the one, becoming the beautiful Bhagavan, how he says, we can experience the ultimate conscious sovereignty and simply manifest any reality that we want into the quantum entanglement space that he is giving us as our reality. Let's go to the Shastra Pramana. The Shastra Pramana are the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Vedas and the Agamas. This is for the scriptural reference for the length dimensions, all the 11 dimensions that we need to understand. And he said so beautifully that how you can understand your deep sleep, your dream state, all that you experience every day. If you understand with a higher reality, you will understand all the dimensions so beautifully. Here, the scriptural reference from Shiva Sutra, Sutra 1.19. Bhagavan has beautifully spoken on each and every sutra and told us very clearly, each sutra can be a religion. It's so powerful, can just transform anything into consciousness. Here, he gives in the sutra 1.19, Shakti Sandhane Shariro Patihi. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, by aiming and fixing the self on Shakti, uniting in oneness with the supreme power, Shakti Pada and Shaktini Pada, the embodiment of that which is cognized and willed, then at the very moment, at once, you manifest all the dimensions. How the small animals, ants, and creatures only can see a couple of dimensions. They cannot understand the higher dimensions. That is why they are not building skyscrapers. All they know is 2 dimensions and they don't know much of the other dimensions. That's why they struggle. A bee, when it goes up, it doesn't know, even if you cover the bee with a hole at the bottom, it doesn't know and it'll keep trying to go up and completely die because it doesn't know how to come out. It knows only one direction. And all these are our limitation that we struggle in life, not knowing completely there is a beautiful way to experience the higher superconscious reality. That is what Bhagavan says. The delusion that we created, that we assumed to learn the science, but we got caught into that and forgetting ourselves. Beautifully, how Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, he was in the Devi temple. When he was asked to take over the Devi temple, he took over the Devi temple. He was a priest, very much in a village person. He doesn't know read and write, nothing he knows. And the way he started relating to Devi was completely different. And all of them went and complained that this is not the ritual which is happening, and Devi temple doesn't follow any of the rituals, nothing there. And the Rani's son-in-law, who was taking care of the whole temple, wanted to hide and see what actually he does. Like Kannappa Nayanar, he was talking to Devi in such a way that the stone started melting. He was in such a oneness space, in the Advaitic space, quantum entanglement space, that Paramashiva space, Parashakti space. Simply the stone started melting. Even he could wear the bangles for the hand, and Devi showed her hand, and Devi is a stone, but she showed her hand, and he fed the Devi, and Devi took the food inside when he fed the Devi. So seeing all this, he said to everybody, if the stone can melt, why not me? That is the space of Advaita that Bhagavan says, conscious sovereignty that he was in, that completely melted that how we exist, beyond that how we can exist in oneness with Paramashiva. All the beautiful space that Bhagavan has created for each one of us to melt into that space and forget our delusion, all our incompletion is just a screen. And will that help me in manifesting my reality? That is why Janaka says, even things were getting burned down in his palace, nothing affected him. He was like a screen projecting the whole movie. Either you can be disturbed by the movie or be the screen which is undisturbed, which can keep on projecting any number of movies. Janaka, the emperor, he was an emperor. He was not just a grahastha, but an emperor and father of Sita, Devi herself. And he said so beautifully, as you sadhus go to Sukacharya, he says in Srimad Bhagavatam, how he goes for a begging bowl and receives some dakshana, donations. The same way I manifest this, whatever I am supposed to do, my karma, I am here to just enact the role, but nothing touches me. I am here to just follow the instruction from Paramashiva, but nothing touches me. Same thing Arjuna understood, that he was in complete oneness when he understood that the shooting the arrow made no sense, but he said, I am a Kshatriya, let me do what I need to do. And Krishna simply manifested all the reality. When you understand that nothing in your life touches you and everything is auspicious, which is happening, the abundance, the love, the beautiful relationship, the beautiful, all the wealth, health, happiness is just happening in our life continuously. If you are like a screen that Bhagavan says, even 48 hours he says, you will be enlightened. If you understand you are in oneness with Paramashiva, then everything flows through you 100%. But if you cover, like you can have a beautiful system, but if you cover the main part, then nothing can flow and you are struggling. All that needs to be done is just surrender to Bhagavan's lotus feet and experience the conscious sovereignty, and Bhagavan will raise us in every action into the ultimate space of oneness, manifesting our life to the extreme possibility. He is waiting to manifest. It's like Bhagavan beautifully says how we are all Brahmanya Prahuputratam. The whole cosmos is showering on us and saying, you are the next prince and princess, and we don't listen to that. We are struggling and thinking that we can achieve something. But he's saying, hey, you are the prince and princess, that you can manifest any of the reality that you want. Here, you are the owner of the whole kingdom. And if we allow Paramashiva to manifest, he is going to manifest everything and much beyond as our reality. And that is the best strategic that Bhagavan beautifully says how conscious sovereignty is the buddhi, how we can hold that cognition, and that forms as the bhakti melting away into the oneness and Shaktipada, Shaktinipada, and having that clarity brings us into the space of manifesting our reality and giving us the strategies. The thinking itself is given by him to manifest the right action, right words, right thought at the right time. Beautifully, Bhagavan has given us the ultimate science of power manifestation. That is our very own life. Each of us experiencing that as our reality becomes the ultimate sense of manifestation. Prahalada, as a child, understood the science. He was such a beautiful space. He could have chosen that my father is a king, I'll be a emperor, I will decide to be an emperor. He could have decided, but he chose that Vishnu is his ultimate, Krishna is his ultimate, Parandama has his ultimate. When he chose that, what did he achieve? If he has chosen a prince, he would be sitting as a king and ruling just like his father, hurting the humanity and destroying. But he chose Krishna. What happened? Parandama, literally wherever he showed the finger, and he was so small that he was showing his little finger to the pillar, and the pillar opened up and he got the darshan of Narsimha, the Lord of Lords, who appeared in the form, the avatar, manifested an avatar out of a pillar. Immediately, instantaneously, and Vishnu had to take an avatar just for a small child. And he was not violent, he was ferociousness. He did a surgery on his father. So he understood. He was in such a compassion that his father is going to get killed by all his obsessive compulsive reactionary pattern. And here Bhagavan is coming and taking it out, and he asked first boon is to bring back his father. And he was in such a oneness space. He smiled as Narsimha. He did not get scared. He said, how can anybody get scared with you? You are so compassionate. In such a sweet boy, seeing such a ferocious animal, half man, and with a sound and all that coming out of pillar, he was only understanding from the conscious space, the conscious sovereignty manifested as an avatar, as reality. Such a powerful space, Prahlada, with his innocence and integrity, he manifested the ultimate reality. Bhagavan has beautifully spoken in Atma Pramana to make us understand the ultimate truth. Tyaga, your higher definition as your reality.
And himself narrates.
Ferociousness. I still remember Arunagiri Yogeshwara gave me one copper coin in which Arunachaleshwara form was printed. I was keeping it and worshipping it. It was very near and dear for me. One day one of my classmates, he was given a chocolate by another friend and he said, no, I don't want chocolate. Instead, if you give me that money, I'll be happy. The friend asked, what you are going to do with that money? He said, near my house, somebody is building a temple. I have decided that till the temple is completed, I will not eat chocolate and I will collect all the money and give it to the temple to complete that construction. Even if he collects everything, he may give some 10 bricks, not more than that. But his way of tyaga, I was so happy I gave this dollar to him, which I was worshipping for quite a long time. And after a few hours, I came back to temple to meet Arunagiri Yogeshwara. I told him that I did this. He was so happy. He said, learn to respect Shraddha. That time he did not use the word Tyaga, he used the word Shraddha. I can say both different words, but ultimately same experience. See, that friend may contribute only 10 bricks. Even if he saves all the money he eats as chocolate, it may come maximum 50 rupee to 100 rupee. With that 50 to 100 rupee, he may contribute some 10 bricks or I don't know, 20 bricks, less than 10, 20 bricks. But his ferociousness, more than the contribution he does to temple, his heart will become temple.
So beautiful. Bhagavan has told what happens when we have Tyaga, the higher identity. Integrity to our higher identity is Tyaga, not giving up anything else. We giving up the delusion and holding the highest reality. Here you can have the Shakshi Pramana.
Asked me to ask general knowledge questions. So I said, who is the fourth president of US? And she was seeing, and she actually came to the last name very quickly. She said Madison. She actually didn't know how to spell. I mean, she spelled it Madison. And the first name also, she said it starts with J and A. And she missed M, but she said ES. So it was really surprising. We didn't know. We had to search, and we had to confirm it later on.
Beautifully, you can see how the Balasans in the courtyard, not only they were able to manifest the powers, they were able to download. When we put the Balasans on the stage, that's what Bhagavan said, they have come down for each of the avatar, whether it is Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Ramana Maharshi, all of the avatar, bring down all the great avatars and all the great Brahma Yogis with them. It is not just them, but all of them who come down with them is such a scene to be seen. And even Vivekananda, who's a great Brahma Yogi who has come down, Sudama again is a Brahma Rishi. All of them who have come down with the avatars to showcase their Tyaga, the ultimate oneness. Other than Paramashiva, they don't have a context, the thought or action in their life. Living like that is the ultimate space that you can cherish. Each one of you have raised, Bhagavan has brought 7 crore people before him, with him, after him, he said once. Such a large number of us have come down this time to experience the oneness with Paramashiva. Manifesting all these powers open up our real dimension to us. When Vivekananda understood in 6 years what Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, awakening him to who he is, simply made him the ultimate reality. Bhagavan is waking us through all this power manifestation to make us realize who we are. Each one of us, gods and goddesses, sitting here in this beautiful space of oneness to manifest all the powers of Paramashiva. If you have a pen and paper, that's wonderful. If you have the Jnananjan in your Kantamala, you can apply in your third eye and your temples. If you have camera, download a timestamp and record the whole thing. You see, Kailash Kotiyar Manifesting Power page has lots and lots of beautiful sharing. And what is sharing different from other sharing? When you see a painting which is drawn by a mad person, you fall into the madness itself. That is the scientific research. When you see all these power manifestation videos, because they are entangling Paramashiva in the oneness space, quantum entanglement, you also start becoming in that space. The more you watch, the more you manifest the ultimate reality, because you are mirroring neuron, catches the highest reality. The oneness capsules and all these great signs Bhagavan has given to make us manifest the ultimate reality, recognizing who we are and showcasing the divine space that who we exist at your original conscious sovereignty centric space. Now guidelines, let's go to the power manifestation, the deep meditative space already that we are in. So take some random questions that you always wanted an answer which you have no idea, and write down these questions. If you have a partner, that's wonderful. Otherwise, write down these questions. And just through your third eye, do not use any of these logic. No mind, no thoughts allowed in this session. Mind is simply to put you, how it puts you in the deep sleep, wakes you up and puts you in the dream state. That is all the mind's work, not to give you thoughts. That is the delusion. Completely switch off the thoughts. Tell very clearly, Paramashiva is my time now. If you're talking to Bhagavan, what would you do? If you're on the phone call with Bhagavan, will you have any other thoughts? No. Same way you are in conversation with Paramashiva when you're manifesting these powers. So do not allow any of the thoughts, and only whatever answer he gives, Keep on writing. Don't have self-doubt. Oh, this is my general problem that I'm writing down. No, just keep writing down. Suddenly you'll start shifting and writing the correct answers. Even if you don't know, keep writing and you will see all the answers exactly matching how Paramashiva has given. Now let's sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line for the Kundalini to raise to the Agnya and manifest as Paramashiva. Now clearly have the beautiful vision of Bhagwan. Just now we had the verbalization, Bhagwan Satsang. Keep on running over the words that he said and keep on running over the visual, that smile, that initiation, the hug, the love, the compassion, the grace, and different things. Just go on that beautiful space and absolute unclutching from everything that you know as your identity. Anything comes up, just surrender to Bhagwan's lotus feet. All we know is unclutching, surrender to Bhagwan's lotus feet again and again and again. Only do the Tyaga for a few minutes. I am Paramashiva. I have nothing other than Paramashiva in me. Declare yourself, sit in Shaktipada, the Bhava, with 25 heads and 75 eyes and 50 hands. Sit down as Paramashiva, Para Shakti, so ferociously, like how Prahlada was so sure he can create an avatar just at the blink of his eye, just moving his finger and saying, here, avatar comes, Narsimha comes for you. Such a powerful space. Sit like that and continuously chant the Mahavakya to merge into the oneness with Paramashiva, entangling with Paramashiva in the deep oneness space, manifesting all the dimensions as your reality. Now let's start chanting the Mahavakya and note down whatever Paramashiva reveals. At the end of the cycle, we will verify everything. So continuously get into the deep meditative space of experiencing the oneness, the quantum entanglement, the Paramashiva space beautifully. And let's start chanting the Mahavakya intensely.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham,
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes.
Paramashivoham,
Let the Amrita pour,
Paramashivoham,
let the Varni open up,
Paramashivoham,
manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham,
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om
So beautiful, the first cycle. Whatever you have now got it, make sure you authentically verify the details. I am feeling extremely in oneness. That's beautiful, but you verifying that makes you understand that something beyond the thinking, the mind, when it's in the lower frequency, creates only matter. That is your body. When the mind in higher frequency, when you're in deep meditation, creates reality. Reality should match how you can manifest something beyond your five senses. If you understand that mind can simply manifest as your reality, you will be continuously in the higher frequency to materialize all the great strategies in your life. Bhagavan beautifully says conscious sovereignty is the beautiful space of bhakti, yukti, and shakti, and manifest as strategies of your life, manifesting all the greatest truth, the buddhi. The buddhi becomes the manifestation of your reality. So please verify all these details. thoroughly, authentically, that there is something that mind could also do. It's in the lower frequency, it can only generate matter, which is your body, which reacts with the mind and mind reacts with it. But in the higher frequency, when you are in the Paramashiva space, manifest higher reality, that it can just manifest anything from thin air to materialize as your reality, auspiciousness, abundance, and all the reality. And this is a beautiful challenge for our mind to showcase, hey, involvement of five senses, I am manifesting something beyond that. And here is the result. When we confirm with the mind, hey, I have done it, that proves to you that you are Paramashiva, not just the body and that five senses that you know, but something beyond that. You are Paramashiva. You can just download any information from anywhere. Length is the verbalization, the matter, the earth element. Breath is the liquid, water element. Depth is the fire. That is why Guru is the depth fire who transformed the water into the steam, the air, the time element. You become and space when you start manifesting the depth dimension. All these great truths, when we understand from a higher frequency, it's completely different. When we are in chaos, we understand everything as matter. But when we are in pure oneness, we understand the same thing in much higher way that we are, and manifest our reality is what we came down here to. The Kailasa in us starts opening up. So we'll have one more cycle. Surrender everything to Paramashiva, everything, and completely hold your mind in the conscious sovereignty, oneness with Paramashiva. The Parama Advaita space that Bhagavan says, quantum entanglement. Each one of us is the higher frequency we are. And coming down to as body and as a mind, what we understand is the lower frequency of it. When the mind raises to higher frequency, it starts manifesting the true reality who we are, the Paramashiva, Para, Shakti space. Each one of us are gods and goddesses sitting here in the Parama Advaita space with Bhagavan. How Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was able to bring that transformation in Vivekananda in just a tap. He put him in 3 days of continuously in the oneness space. He doesn't know the difference between the food and his hand eating and the body which is receiving the food. It was such a beautiful experience that he went through. And that is possible for each one of us when we raise to the frequency of oneness with Paramashiva as our ultimate reality. And what it could bring, it is bringing the most auspiciousness, even at a glimpse of it, reality. What happened to Vivekananda, we know. Each one of us can raise into that level of consciousness, manifesting that level of reality. And only if we let go our identity for a few minutes and be in the Paramashiva space, the conscious sovereignty that Bhagavan is giving us as a blessing, as a boon till Guru Purnima. He says every breath of mine, and every breath of mine is initiation. Every movement of mine is a hug. Such a beautiful space that Bhagavan is giving us. Let's entangle with that beautiful space and just merge into Paramashiva space. And let's start chanting the Mahavakya for the second cycle. At the end of the cycle, you can verify. Let's get into the deep oneness, the meditative space, to experience as our reality. Each one of us, only if we experience, we start understanding the higher signs. Oh, I've tried sitting and manifesting so many times, it doesn't happen. No, each step towards it itself is the biggest blessing that you're taking. And then Bhagavan says, even the everyday yoga, everyday puja, everyday satsang, everything is aligning you to the conscious sovereignty. Don't miss the opportunity of manifesting your higher reality by entangling with Bhagavan. Bhagavan himself sits in Kailash courtyard and lets us to manifest the higher reality. And that we'll be so blessed to understand how these balasans every day do the Kailash courtyard and manifest higher signs. We also become like the balasans, manifesting all the powers of Paramashiva. Let's start chanting the Mahavakya intensely, merging into oneness with Paramashiva and manifesting the length dimension.
Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham,
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes.
Paramashivoham,
Let the Amrita pour,
Paramashivoham,
let the Varni open up,
Paramashivoham,
manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham,
Let Paramashiva overflow the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham,
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes.
Paramashivoham,
Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up,
Paramashivoham,
manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham,
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes.
Paramashivoham.
Let the Amrita pour. Let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda.
Such a beautiful space all of us are in. Now is the time for sharing. Why should I share? I have such a beautiful experience, such a experience that Bhagavan has showered on me. Even a small things that you go to a restaurant or to experience everything at a cost. Here Bhagavan is overflowing all the experience with completely free, completely in just compassion, in deep love for each one of us to raise us to superconscious space. What can I do in return? I can just go ahead and share my experience as my reality. If you take anything, the personal experience really matters. Each one of you telling how amazing, how he said the tolls and memes that what they put and the memes that they put has brought so many of them. He didn't say all your sharing. That's what he should say. All your great sharings of all these great truths, your powerful cognition, your manifestation, the videos, the photos, if you can share, all that will bring n times the number of all these trolls. That is the contribution that each one of us can do to the world. And contributing to the world, how does it help me? The power manifestation I can understand, but how does me sharing my life, my time, my effort, and my powerful cognition help somebody else? It does in the n-fold. Each one of us, somebody we heard that something saying so amazing about the whole experience that we logged in one day, and millions have got connected to Bhagavan's satsangs and darshans and power manifestations sessions through all our comments. Every comment is so important. Don't miss to take 2 minutes of your time. You can put it in tinyurl.com/power manifestation, Facebook, in your own language, in your own words, at just a line, thanking Bhagavan for whatever he's showering as the reality. And your deep experience, authentically write it down. That what you experience in the powerful cognition, in the satsang, in the pre-satsang, in the power manifestation as your reality. The conscious sovereignty, if you're in deep love, you will paint the town that you are in deep love with somebody. And simply everybody will know there's something different, unique about you. That is what is, you are in Paramashiva space. You should tell the town that you are celebrating that space and see the difference of your life, what happens. It will take you to Kailasa. It's so powerful. Bhagavan says extreme causing, extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. Simply you will be taken to Kailasa just by being in that oneness space and sharing and contributing to others' life. If you see a $sign at the end of the YouTube, you can also offer your contribution to Kailasa. Whatever we each one, even the squirrels came and built the Rama Setu when Rama came down. These avatars are not looking for the squirrels to manifest their reality, but giving the blessing for the squirrels. Even as a squirrel, you can manifest your reality. That is what Bhagavan is saying. Build your Kailasa. When you contribute, the inner space becomes Kailasa. When you start contributing to the higher. Let's surrender all this powerful cognition and power manifestation and all this great experience that we had during the meditation, the oneness, the Shaktipada, Shakti Nipada, to Bhagavan's lotus feet. Every time, whatever you experience, drop it at Bhagavan's lotus feet to ask him more guidance and more reality into the depth of Paramashiva as your reality. And every one of you all over the world, part of this Kailash courtyard, where Bhagavan himself is residing in each one of you as a manifestation right now. Thanking each one of you, you are really blessed. Do Anga Pradakshina for yourself, because whatever Bhagavan says, you are the one who have really manifested the space, state and powers of Paramashiva, the Kailasa of Paramashiva. So thank yourself to listen to this and be in the oneness space of Paramashiva. With that, let's get it ready for the next Kalabhairava Darshan, the ultimate space, the most ferocious and most beautiful space, the most compassionate space of Bhagavan. So with that, let's end the session with a Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam Paduka Arpanamastu. Om Nityanandam. Thank you so much, each and every one of you. Don't forget to share with your friends and families all the great truth. Thank you, Nithyananda.